It's been a cold winter. But for increasing numbers of New Yorkers, it's been especially difficult having to make choices between paying the rent or paying the utility bill and buying food to feed their families. 365 days a year, 7 days a week, New York Common Pantry is working to bridge that gap.
New York Common Pantry serves the entire city. People last year came from 157 different zip codes.
Bananas will be 3 to a bag.
We're on pace to serve about 3 million meals this year, and last year alone, we increased by 500,000 meals. Cost of living in our city is incredibly high. You need to make 2.5 to 3 times the minimum wage to make ends meet. That's very, very difficult for a lot of the families that come to New York Common Pantry.
We all work hard for our families, but for many, a lifetime of hard work is still not enough. For disabled New Yorkers and senior citizens on fixed incomes, New York Common Pantry is working to provide resources and services to improve their quality of life.
My name is Jose Garcia. I started coming to the pantry for the last 4 years. Boy, I was working all my life. I used to work for the New York City Department of Park. I used to drive a truck. My son been getting into trouble with the law, so I went to get custody of my grandson. I get off on disability, so I do get Social Security and the New York City pension. But I gotta pay $800 a month's rent. So it's not that easy to survive. By me participating in the program, it will help me to do better with my kids and their need. With the money that I used to buy food now, I'm using for my kids, like when they need anything on a school, especially, so I use the money for that or for clothing, for different stuff.
One of the things that's unique about New York Common Pantry, we grew out of a community-based response. So it started from an experience of seeing people living on the street and then addressing that need by asking those individuals what kind of needs they had and how we could help them. And after Superstorm Sandy, we partnered with community-based organizations that had very similar origins and trajectories. One of the organizations that we partnered with was the Action Center for Education and Community Development.
Our story really is intertwined with the Rockaways. We liken it to a microcosm of anything you can find in the U.S. But we see in the middle of us what is a third world country in the backyard of New York City, and that's where we are right now.
Hurricane Sandy was devastating to the community. This whole area was underwater. It was exciting to see the blue van from New York Common Pantry.
After Superstorm Sandy, New York Common Pantry organized a citywide response. However, in places such as Far Rockaway that were already struggling before the storm, relief alone is not enough. So we've expanded our partnerships with community organizations to replicate New York Common Pantry's model to fight poverty and alleviate its effects.
One of the things that we know we're very good at is providing a holistic and comprehensive approach to fighting poverty.
How many grams of fiber are in this food?
Filling people's bellies is not enough if you're not providing them with nutritious food. So we have a Live Healthy program. It is a nutrition education and active living program helping children to eat better, eat less fast food, make better choices at lunch.
Whole grain beans.
Okay, good. Everybody say that.
New York Common Pantry's Live Healthy program educates children and their families about nutrition and healthy living. Last year, Live Healthy conducted over 200 classes and workshops all over New York City.
Even though plants need water to grow,
We also provide field trips to farmers markets and to Ketchkey Farm in upstate New York.
as we're walking, you'll be able to see a lot of different things that we grow.
The type of partnership that we have with New York Common Pantry is critical to a community such as ours.
By donating to New York Common Pantry, you are doing more than providing food to hungry New Yorkers. You are helping us to expand our services into more communities, to educate more parents and children to embrace healthy eating, and to make life a little better for New Yorkers in need.
Our core mission has remained the same. The fact that we're serving the entire city doesn't change the service that we provide. The mission is to address hunger, is to address poverty in whatever way that we possibly can. Helping people and ultimately lifting them out of poverty.